To tell you my own experience with my daughter's school, I have a 4-year-old daughter who goes to the Montessori. The Montessori teachers insist on, she knows beautiful Kannada. My daughter can speak beautiful Kannada, but then the Montessori teachers were so insistent on us, that is her parents, speaking to her in English at home, saying that you should speak to her in English because she doesn't prefer to speak in English in the school. However, she follows all the instructions that are given in English. And we said, no, we don't intend to speak to her in English. We want her to learn the mother tongue. We would like to speak to her in Kannada. And that is it. And we expect her to pick up English in the school. And that's what is happening. And we are not in a hurry to, but they were not very happy. And also in the assessment, they, said that following instructions, good speaking in English, speaking in sentences, not even in English, speaking in sentences, satisfactory. Yeah, but then they never wrote whether it was in English or speaking in sentences in English or in Kannada. Yeah, so we were very unhappy with the school, and finally we changed her school. I think this year she goes to a different school wherein we ensured that the teachers don't ask us to speak to her in English at home. I think it's very important to speak to the child in the mother tongue, and I think it's just the social pressure I think all of us succumb to. It's very, very difficult, not just in higher education, but I think it starts as early as Montessori.
There has been a cry over this freedom of instruction, etc. And today we face the situation. It is so pathetic that not only the academicians, but those who are controlling the institutions, they have to rush not to the education community, but to the courts of law. And now time has come, after 67 or so years after independence, that the court will pass a judgment whether my child has to learn in mother tongue or some language or this thing. This is not at all inspiring to any one of us, particularly for me. That's one part. Second part, as sir was talking about, so the folklores and the folk culture, how it removes the barriers between different citizens, between different countries. I was in Africa, I was in Malawi, and Limbe was the place, and Sunday was a market day. So I used to go to market on Sundays, and there I met a gentleman. He appeared not a gentleman, a very, that sort of personality, hair growing and this thing, a Negro of course, a Malawian. He was Burton Harry, the famous folk singer, and he used to play the guitar. I never understood the language, but I used to sit there, and it was so effective. After a couple of days, maybe after a couple of months, he spoke in Malawi to me. He said, "Yeah, Bana, inendino, mundi wabino." Then I didn't want to ask him because I wanted to show that I have understood something. But the man next to me sitting, he said, "You are a good person." See, that certificate was more than my certificate, which I achieved elsewhere. That is the strength of that literature, the folk, these things. Sir has mentioned about some dramatics. See, Badal Sarkar, that you must have, I don't know whether you have seen that play. We have staged that. I was one of the characters in the play, Baki Itihas. There is a message given to the managements of the colleges, educational institutions, and the headmasters, the administrators of those education. Why that Sitakant Chatterjee committed suicide? That's the second act. And he commits that suicide, that is the version of the writer. He commits the suicide because he takes away the book. With due regards, the book was Lolita, which was banned. The student was found reading that book. He takes away that book, and that student is the son of some management committee member. And so Sitakant Chatterjee was dismissed, and perhaps that was the reason why he committed suicide. So that message is given by Badal Sarkar. A famous play, that is Sakharam Binder, which is written in Marathi by Tendulkar, Vijay Tendulkar. It was banned. Later on the ban was removed afterwards. That was a story of a printer. This Sakharam binder is a binder in a printing press. and he is abandoned by his wife, and there is a lady who is abandoned by her husband. So he gives her shelter, he gives her food, everything. And on that Vata Purnima day, when the ladies, according to the custom, are supposed to go for prayers and puja to the water, and then pray for the husband, whosoever he, whether he lives with her or not, but she has to pray and demand that the same husband would be there for next 7 births. So there is the Sakharam Mander says, you are going, please get me a cup of tea. She refuses. So he says, the man who has abandoned you, he is almost like a god to you, and today now you are going to pray so that he would be your husband again, and you can't offer me just a cup of tea. So that is, and it was banned, whatever was the reason. So a lot of messages are given to the social system. And the third one, which I wanted to, my friend has said already about Chomsky, it is unfortunate that we have our system of grammar given by Panini, and if I am not wrong, Chomsky had said that at Birmingham University when I was a student at Essex University. I saw a quotation. There Chomsky says, if at all I have to have a guru in this field of grammar and language, it cannot be other than Panini. Where is Panini today? I don't know. I thought, of course, there are quite number of Paninis sitting here by my side. I am happy. So what happened to that transformational grammar? It needs lot of research. In a place like Pune, there is not a single person, even at the university, with due regards, even at the university, who could give light on grammar. And the last one, so far as teachers are concerned, I have been a teacher for the last 49 years. Grammar form taught in a class in a very so-called reputed school, having A++, the teacher teaches grammar as good, gooder, goodest, bad, badder, baddest. And the poor house lady, young house lady, who had her children in that school, I was next door neighbor. So she said, uncle, please don't tell my husband. Don't tell anybody. I say, what is it? I don't want to interfere in your family life. She says, no. You see what grammar I was taught in my native place, which is not totally urban, not totally rural, something midway between that. But today I see the notebooks of my children, this is the grammar. So whether I was right or wrong, I saw the cover of that book, that notebook. I put another cover of a newspaper and I said, madam, let's go to that school. She said, but I will not speak to the principal. So I went to that school. I met the principal. I asked her, okay, how is the standard of English now? I had just returned from Calcutta for holidays. So she said, oh, in my school it is excellent. You know, my teachers, particularly English. I said, obviously, because you are a teacher for English. Then I said, madam, in one school, grammar is taught this way. Is there any modification of this thing? She said, can't be like that. If it happens to my teacher, I will immediately sack her. And then I said, please don't sack your teacher. Let me see, this book belongs to who? I opened that first cover, the second cover, and the title was so and so school. 150 years old school, and now the new traditions, maybe effect of something, good, gooder, goodest. So I think I am trying now to be the goodest. Because I feel, indigenously I feel that I am good. So let me be the goodest. Thank you very much.
Dear participants and my dear colleagues, while listening to Dr. Krishnaswamy, I was thinking about myself. Born in a small tehsil in Kerala, brought up in North Madhya Pradesh, studied in various states, and worked in different states and settled in Bangalore. Last year, when my son applied for his UG course, he asked me a question, Dad, why I am forced to write Malayalam as my mother tongue? That was a question because I was thinking, he can't speak Malayalam, and as he was rightly says, he said, he speaks 5 languages, but can't read. He can't even speak his own mother tongue, but he writes Malayalam as his mother tongue. So,
That's just a symbol.
Yeah.
It belongs to one another.
yeah.
Social.
So again, what he presented here today, very diplomatically, it was a really it was a powerful presentation. But he started with saying that as a language teacher, and also the feelings that he had as a teacher, what all maybe sufferings that he had while teaching, and what he got back from students and from colleagues, that was all showing, expressing that our reaction to, or the society's reaction to the language teaching and the culture. This last 90 minutes, he has taken us through culture and also short analysis of civilization, mythology, literature, religion, modernity, and also several curricular issues. It was quite evident from the discussions after that by the participants about vernacular education. It all started, I remember, when I was the director of Rajiv Gandhi Mission in Madhya Pradesh. I remember DPP was started in 1992. That was the time in education, first time we had an opportunity to have the planning from within. We started district level planning. And all issue of teaching, curriculum, revamping of curriculum, and also this vernacular education came up. And even in states like Karnataka, people were arguing that we should have education, English education from class 5 onwards, up to primary level, we should have vernacular education. And subsequently, SSI has given an opportunity for states, Sarvashiksha Abhiyan has given an opportunity for all states to plan by themselves about education, the language that they were able to choose. And this was an interesting session that has given us an opportunity to think all these areas. And also when we think about indigenous methodologies and education, and I hope this session was very much useful to all of us, especially for me. It has given me an opportunity to think about myself, and I thank Dr. Krishnaswamy for a powerful presentation, and also using clippings to make his points much clearer to us. Let me also tell you that he is also director of TQMS. I think that was there in the introduction, Total Quality Management for the university. So he is managing that department also, and he was the former director of Humanities and Social Sciences. So once again, thank you, Dr. Krishnaswamy.